Kia Optima 2010 to 2015. Hello everyone. Like all Koreans, the paintwork of the Optima is weak and the body iron is not resistant to corrosion. Therefore, it is better to repair chips and stretch immediately after they appear, otherwise rust will soon hit the metal. And then more drastic measures will have to be taken. Our salty winters also suffer from chrome body elements. Moreover, on Optima they lose their original glows much faster than in all European cars. Please note that the metal of the body element is very thin and almost impossible to straighten. Therefore, even after a minor accident, you should not bother fixing damaged parts, immediately order new ones. We strongly don't recommend taking a cheap non-original from China. Very low quality steel is used in the manufacture of these elements and therefore after installation the part quickly rusts. Moreover, the price tag for the original bodywork is acceptable. And here is what causes the complaints of the discurring owner in the cabin. In general, decent ergonomics are spoiled by the lack of steering adjustment for each. And the steering wheel itself trimmed with eco laser. That is, laser edge is whipped off after several months of intensive use, acquiring an unsightly appearance. The phenomenon was massive, so the steering wheel was changed under warranty. 6 months or a year later it wore out again, and again the dealers replaced it at their own expense. This could have been repeated several times, until in 2014 the Koreans sheathed the Optima bagel with more wear-resistant material. Our white drivers quickly sit in a chair, and in the literal sense. The seat was changed mainly due to the weak metal structure. However, even for an owner with a normal physique, the chair loses its initial strength after 5 to 6 years. Both Optima engines are equipped with a timing chain drive and a variability valve timing system. At the same time, there are no hydraulic compensators in the valve drive. The caps are regulated by washers, and this operation will be needed at least once every 90,000 kilometers. Engines in general are reliable and can consume 90 to octane gasoline without any consequences. The motors have another feature. The idle speed is very low, about 650 revolutions per meter. With the air conditioner and other equipment running, the engine speed drops even lower, causing it to vibrate fairly. The disease is treated by flushing the software of the engine control unit, as a result of which the idle speed increases. By the way, the power of motors can be increased by 10 to 50% by chip tuning, and it is completely painless. Such services are provided even by official dealers. With age, you need to monitor the timing chain. However, if exterior noise disappears after warming up to operating temperature, a fair amount of engine noise on a cold should not be considered a malfunction. But if the chain makes cleaning sounds on a hot engine and during acceleration there is a lack of traction, urgently run to the service. Otherwise, we repeat, the motors are durable. Although rare cases of serious breakdowns up to the wedge of the engine are still known. A 6-speed manual gearbox and an automatic were combined with the base 2-liter engine, and only an automatic transmission was installed on the 2.4-liter form. A manual box is not often found on used Optimas. In this case, the note was not at all signless. On machines of the first years of production, due to a design miscalculation, synchronizers wore out rather quickly, more often than third gear. The plastic locking ring of the mechanism could not withstand high loads and burst. In 2013, the plastic part was replaced with a metal one, and the problem went away. And the 6-speed automatic of its own design had its own troubles. Due to a malfunction of the temperature sensor after 100,000 kilometers, it was necessary to change the hydraulic valve block or clutch pack. In this regard, even a revocable campaign was carried out. Instead of a defective one, a part of a new sample was installed free of charge. In addition, servicemen recommend updating the oil in the box every 3 years or 60,000 kilometers, although it is designed for the entire life of the unit. Optima owners often complain about wear on the left-hand driver's outright grenade. Moreover, they don't change the parts separately. Only the entire drive assembly, so treatment from the officials is expensive. Fortunately, in some specialized services, they change the nose separately. Independent suspension McPherson's shroud found. Motoring rear provides the setting with decent handling. But at the same time, it is characterized by excessive rigidity and short strokes. The charts swallow small irregularities almost painlessly, but in large ones the suspension works up to the limiters, with a breakdown of the rear shock absorbers transmitting a roll to the body and to the passenger compartment. Most owners listen to the recommendation of the masters and selected more comfortable spring and shock absorbers from well-known manufacturers. However, some drivers are quite satisfied with the existing running gear parameters. Nevertheless, in the suspension, as a rule, after 40,000 to 50,000 kilometers of run, the support bearings of the struts fail. At the same time, consumables such as stabilizer struts can withstand 1.5 to 2 times longer. The durability of the chart elements on the Optima is not easy to determine. Here the dependence is not so much on the driving style, but on the quality of workmanship and the material of these parts. For example, a sedan has very weak brake discs that work after 1 or 2 emergency braking. In addition, after the groove, the discs do not last long. After a short time, you still have to buy new ones. Wheel bearings are changed by some owners at 30,000 km and others at 70,000 to 90,000 km. A similar story with ball joints, shock absorbers, and levers. In steering, the rod ends wear out already at 10 to 15,000 km of run. And the rail does not differ in longevity, knocks in GP already by 40,000 km. In addition, in 2040, the assembly fell under irrevocable action when the electric power steering motor was changed. If this problem pops up on a used Optima, the second owner will have to pay between 35,000 and 60,000 for it. The electric are also full of surprises, mostly unpleasant ones. The parking sensors are constantly buggy, the seat heating and the servo folding mirrors fail. The electric drivers of the seats fail. Instead of a rolling baritone, the bone suddenly starts to sound falsetto, and the multimedia head unit may even freeze. All this, of course, is trifles, but they are not only annoying, but also require certain monetary cost to eliminate them. We can say that in terms of reliability, the Kia Optima is not without sin. A used car has enough minor faults, but the power units practically do not fail. A sedan can be bought with any engine and gearbox. Engine priority, as always, are post-styling models assembled later than 2013, when most childhood diseases were already cured. If you have had such a model, share information about what and how it breaks in the comments.